Greetings everyone, and great here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. So on the bottom left side as the Cyan Holy Roman Empire, we got Downfall. So on the right side as the Magenta Zuzi's Legacy, we got a foreign name. And we got an early barracks in the field. But remember, this Holy Roman Empire, not English, so no Vanguard men at arms. This is just spearmen. With this new expansion, Holy Roman Empire did get a new unit in the form of the Black Rider, a ranged cavalry unit. Though I have not seen in action just yet, so I'm curious going to see it this game. I have no idea how to make use of it. Got multiple spearmen push way forward. Sign does find some good numbers of sheeple there. A lot of infrastructure here. A single outpost can protect against it. He has gone for Imperial Official. Oh, no, wait, no. Zuzi likes to start out with Imperial Official. Not enough gold at the moment. He can always go for taxes. Forbidden Woods are going to try to stall this out. Meditation Gardens could be deployed next to Stone Deposit. But at the current rate, he may not be able to deploy the Meditation Gardens with the nearby spearmen. So he may want to go for the, what's it called, Zhangan Tower, the other Age 2 landmark. See, what would be other good spots for the Meditation Garden? Perhaps here, but I don't know what he has scouted out or what's going to be eyeing how far. Got a good number of sheeple there. Going for a lumber camp. It suggests to me he may need to go and pull out some archers defensive. He is going taking some hand cannoneer shots from the town center. Very good. 2 hits there. Damaged both of them. 40 taxes in there. So he's willing to risk a later age up because he knows his opponent. There's a Meditation Garden. Oh yeah. You don't need a full 200. And he's not playing an optimal spot. This will give him gold and food. I guess he probably could have gone to the Zhangan Tower instead. He can also engage the spearmen with early palace guards. But it doesn't have money for that. No gold. Maybe some taxes. Aachen Chapel now being employed in the field. Of course, Meditation Garden will be disturbed. Yeah, I think it would have been better to go to the Zhangan Tower than go from archer range, get a free archer from it. And then you can always spoil the Meditation Gardens a little bit later in a more optimal spot. This is providing a wood chip per minute. There's a barracks, early palace guards, or a possibility with taxes, which he can afford one. Very nice. Those trying to repair up the thing there. Single early palace guard now deployed in the field. Early Palace Guard does have 3 melee armor, which is a good amount of melee armor. These regular spearmen have 7 damage. They do 4 damage per strike. Much slower as well. 1.38 versus 1.88. Trying to perhaps get to one of these wooden villagers. I've now got another Early Palace Guard here. Mostly it's getting 3 wood chips per minute, 28 food, but I think the Meditation Guards were disturbed, so that will need a bit of time to recover. Aachen Chapel there, going for a heavy amount of wood there, suggesting to me he is going for a bit more aggression. No, he's starting to divert units onto the sheeple. Those just collecting up gold now. Oh, professional scouts. Professional scouts has been nerfed in this recent patch. And it's even more expensive. Personally, I think professional scouts could be a potentially quite nice available immediately early game. But then again, the only civilizations that can build scouts not from town center in Age 1 is the Rus and the Mongols. Palace Guard, early Palace Guard does take a bit of damage there. Does still have 3 melee armor, which is the same as early Man at Arms. More health, less damage. So less damage but more health. I wonder how that adds up. 9 damage, 130 health. 10 damage, 120 health. So 120 minus, let's see, 9 minus 3, so 6. 120 divided by 6 is 20, I think. Versus the early man at arms, which does 10 damage minus 3, so 7. 130 divided by 7. 20 hits would be 140, so minus 1. 19 would be 133. So it'd be, man at arms will pull out slightly ahead with 1 extra melee hit. But that's actually quite minimal. Then you have to compare speed versus not speed. Though 1.24 movement speed is boosted by the free marching drills. Shaolin Monastery now being deployed in the field, so a fast castle for Zuzi's legacy. Maybe going to grab some relics. And the Palace Guards will gang up on the single early man at arms. Shaolin Monk now engaging. He's trying to focus. Does get hit there on that wounded villager. This villager also body blocked the man at arms there. Very nice. This one villager should probably just be tasked away. She's being pursued. He does get sliced apart there. If Zuzi's legacy player went for wheelbarrow, she could have ran away. One villager killed so far. And now Magetta's going to be trying to collect some relics, going for some regular palace guards. Some early farms, and of course the Professional Scouts has been researched, so Cyan's going to bring home not the bacon, but the venison. While Magetta will be bringing home the Pope blood. Regni's Cathedral now being plotted by the Holy Roman Empire player. So Magetta needs to claim as many relics as possible. He did go with the Age to help him do that. And if he gets enough relics, he could actually eye Yuan Dynasty and get some pagodas. Also, I believe it makes all his units cheaper. I forget. I assume I can't highlight this. I wonder if I were to back out, will I be able to see the... Oh, wait. Black Rider population. Oh yeah, you need keeps to get those Black Riders. So that must be pretty good. They limit it. Yep, I still don't see the dynasty down there. If I switch the castle mode, I can't see which dynasty. Magetta's scout does go down. Palace guards being stopped by these scouts. They're beef enough to help let the town center fire engage them. Plus 1 melee damage being researched, so maybe I'm from melee force. Some of these villagers are getting hacked apart by these Palace Guard. Nice little tag out there. Of course, going with Palace Guard, Holy Roman Empire does have blunt weapons and very good man-at-arms to engage them. So the Palace Guard should be a bit more of intermediary, honestly. That villager does get hacked apart there. Did they ever fix the... Nope, looks like, Shaolin monks do not provide the +1 down here. They fixed some of the bugs when it comes to replay viewer, but not all of them. Holy Empire players also going for some knights. You now have textiles being researched by the Holy Roman Empire player. Palace Guard slowly being picked on off. He's still producing more Palace Guard. Magenda's probably going to try to be a bit aggressive with his knights. We do have an arrow slit here. No +2 range damage, range armor by Magenta just yet. I would assume he would have gone that for a bit earlier. These deer will probably be cleaned up pretty quickly. There's still a decent number of deer on the field. Magenda's actually eating this deer deposit, while this one is being picked up by Cyan. No economic upgrades yet by the Holy Roman Empire player. Nice charge rate forward, gets a pretty nice little charge attack there. Takes side picked up by Magenta. Magenta has claimed 3 relics as well. I see 1 relic on the map, so he's probably picked up a 4th one. Veteran Spearman research now on the way by the Zuzi's legacy player to deal with the Knights. Very nice. Melee damage too being researched by Zuzi's legacy, so he's still eyeing for the melee composition. At the current rate as well, he may want to eye also armor upgrades. Remember, these Palace Guard do have 3 armor. These Knights have 24 damage charge attack, or melee attack, 36 damage charge attack. So take that 24 minus 3, so 21. Yeah, it looks like maybe the armor will not improve his resiliency against the Knights. Knights being pursued. Palace Guard with combat sprint does actually outspeed them. Good charge attack there. Managed to find an opportunity to engage it without the Spearman retaliating or bracing. So just heading up north to collect the delicious berry. The Knights almost found them. Magenda's picked up 4 relics. The last relic is still on the field up here. So the Regulus Cathedral is currently providing Cyan no extra income. Magenda's now picking up 4. He knows the Knight's over here, so may want to be a bit careful. Local doggo demands head pats. Oh wait. Huh, we can see the wonders here now. That's new. Let's get some damage there. I never seen the landmarks in the build bar now. That's a nice little UI change. So now we can see it there. Multiple villagers going down. That's not good. Some of these knights going down. Does kill off a good number of villagers. So Cyan does have a 5 villager advantage. Palace Guard there. Crossbowman here. Jiangyan Tower now being board field. That will put in the Song Dynasty. Also gives us a rebate upon building military production structures. I wonder if the stable still provides out a horseman, or did it get changed to a scout? Scout would make a bit more sense, or more cost-effective or cost-related sense. Since right now the stable providing horsemen effectively makes the stable costs from 150 down to just 30. Does take out the knight there. Takes out the other knight there, gets shanked by the villagers. Song Dynasty now available. Regular man-at-arms research now on the way for the Holy Roman Empire, which should be good against the Spearmen and the Palace Guard. Archers, crossbow now engaging. Some of those knights are going on down. Some of these villagers have been spawned. Got a good number of spear and protect. Those knights have gone down pretty quickly. Not too many bears remaining. Taking this force up here temporarily to collect up the berries, not a bad idea. We do have a couple of deer carcasses remaining. About a little less than 400 of food. Oh, we do now have the dolly horses being researched. Increasing the attack speed of cattle units by 20%, which is not technically 20%. Which does give Zuzi's Legacy some pretty nice horsemen and knights. These wooden knights straightforward. Maybe we could just stick by next to this prelate for a little bit of time to get healed on up. The bear's almost cleaned on up. And it looks like more venison is being brought back home. He's eating it faster than he can bring it back. Though then again, he's not really aggressively bringing it back. And he can always pick up these deer carcasses if he has time. Nice push right forward. Does get spotted by the mill among everything else. +2 melee armor being researched by the Zuzi's Legacy player. It's weird seeing melee damage researched before range damage. And it's not French. First signs as one too many villagers there. Knights heading up north. All the berries have been eaten. Venison still here. And it looks like Magenta is starting to get out some granaries. And this granary is relatively close to town center, so taxes won't have to travel too far there. Very nice. Lancers find an opportunity to engage these villagers. With dolly horses do move to have a better attack speed. These guys starting to fall back there. Does take a bit of damage. When the horseman does go down, there's too many knights for these lancers to engage, even with their high attack speed. More granaries being established. Archers and crossbowmen pushing right forward. Not too many crossbowmen, but there's a good number of spearmen for the archers to fight against. Scouts will go on down. Some of the knights are going down as well. Lancers mixed on in as well. These knights going to head forwards once down center. But do now the veteran horseman research for the Zuzi's legacy player. Knights have no additional range armor. Boar has 1600 left, so that's still important trying to collect on up. Very delicious it is. Man-arms does go down there. Doesn't appear that the man-arms have any sort of upgrades, whether it be heavy axes or the two-handed weapons or the blunt weapons. Another spearman moving around. More horses now being pulled in the field. Oh, we got some lance connects being pulled in the field. That should be pretty useful against both against Palace Guard and the Spearmen. And they're also not half bad versus Lancers. Knight will start going down, slowly picked off. I'm curious as well. I haven't seen any of the Black Rider stuff. I'm guessing they can only be deployed at keeps. I'm not sure where they actually can be deployed at. Holy Roman Empire player does have 6 lance connects in the field, as well as a good number of archers. Archers starting to engage there. Lance connect advancing as well. The Lance Connects does get quickly focused on down by all of these units. Horsemen, Lancers do get a pretty nice encirclement there. Lance connects in the back line, take out some of these outlying units. Both sides taking some losses, but looks like Magenta will push on through. They start falling back. Too many range units there, slowly whittling down. Good number of spearmen have taken some damage. And his range force is actually up here, and it's getting picked off pretty much for free. Spearman trying to hold this area here. Does have some Palace Guard to push way forward. Those range forces looks like will go down entirely. Magenta needs to start regrouping forces here. Basic walls there, very nice. Horseman just needs to start backing on off. Couple spearmen there, which will cause some issues. These guys are pretty wounded, doesn't take too much to pick them off. It looks like these guys will be going down. Just need to shift queue up a bunch of orders if they want to keep them running. No more walls there. This will help protect the sacred site. The last relic is still up here as well. So the Regulates Cathedral offered nothing other than being a monastery. Lancer will escape the night. Science now push way forward. Can now spearmen and archers. Relatively a light force. It doesn't have too much at the moment. It does have a single Zinch too, probably from the Zhang Tower. Knights and Knights like each other over there. Hankineer and Paralyzed Mid from the capital of Gaijin. Sign has a bunch of villagers there. Elsbach Palace. Looks, no, that's a royal keep there. Looks like Sign's going to try to close the game with the keep. Magenda's having trouble getting a force in the field. Has a small reserve resource, nothing too significant. Villagers trying to shank the villagers. Both sides will going to lose a decent amount of villagers, but I think purple will lose more villagers. As good number of Sign archers there. Magenda's army is still just non-existent, and Magenta does back of the game there. This and great saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.